So let's present, and here we go. Okay, so welcome everybody to Mental Health Mondays. This week we're going to be focusing on healthy anger management. My name is Lucian. I am a mental health and wellness peer educator. This is my second year. And if Natalie, if you want to go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Natalie Iglesias. I am also a peer educator, and this is my first year as a peer educator.
Yes, so let me move the participant sidebar. Okay, there we go. So just the basics. What is anger? When does it occur? So anger is an emotion, a natural automatic response to emotional or physical, real or perceived pain. And the feeling of anger can occur for multiple reasons, such as stress, rejection, loss, injustice, financial issues, family problems, any number of things. I mean, I'm sure you could probably say without a doubt that everyone here has felt angry at some point in our lives. But we just kind of want to start with the basics to get kind of a foundation of what we're building off of. So if Natalie, you want to go ahead and take the next slide.
Yep, so this is the anger iceberg. So often when we are angry, there are underlying emotions that others and even ourselves are not aware of. So as you can see in the picture there, what everybody can see and what you can see is your anger on the outside, but underneath there could be underlying emotions such as feeling scared, feeling disrespected, helpless, alone, overwhelmed. So like becoming aware of our anger, accepting it, and figuring out the underlying issues can help us reduce it. So because there are so many possible reasons for being angry, patience and understanding are required for helping those carrying anger, including ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. So you'll find rarely that anger is just itself just anger. Like you said, there's almost always going to be something under it.
Yeah, for sure. There's always a reason, I feel like.
Exactly. That's just like these kind of emotions that maybe we may feel afraid to let out kind of manifests itself as anger sometimes. So we trying to figure out the base of our emotions is a good way to figure out why we're angry.
Exactly. So this is a quote by James Pierce, and he states, "Not being outraged by anything is a superpower." And Lucian will describe what that means in the next slide.
Yeah, so basically what that means is that, I mean, this quote specifically addresses outrage, but that's a branch of anger, so we can kind of take it generally. We can interpret it as feeling angry is normal. There's no guilt or shame that should be associated with being angry. It's a natural response to situations, especially when you feel like something is happening that's not fair. That's like one of the most natural responses. So yeah, there's nothing inherently wrong with feeling that anger. It's mostly what you do with that anger where we may run into some problems in how we treat ourselves and the people around us. So we're going to show this video. It's about 4 minutes long. Let me actually make sure you can hear my audio. On the adverse effects of anger and 3 steps to calm it. It is a bit long, but I do think it's important to watch the whole thing. So we can see this channel is like specifically related to wellness. So let's take a look at what they have to say about anger management.
Hi, Kate here. Welcome to Wellcast. If you've been here before, welcome back. If it's your first time, check out our introductory video. Long story short, it's 100 wellness exercises in 100 days. You in? It doesn't take a lot to make me angry. What about you? Did some schmuck cut you off on the freeway? Maybe your boyfriend accidentally shredded that birthday card your grandma sent you. So you freak out, you scream maybe, a vein pops out of your forehead. It happens to everyone, but did you know that anger is actually affecting your physical health? Hey, anger is inevitable, okay? You can't just stop getting angry. Even the world's most sedate person has uttered a few choice words in traffic. Will that expletive fest really make you feel better? Will punching a wall really calm you down? The answer is no. Sorry, but recent studies have shown that angry reactions are pretty harmful to your physical health. A Yale University study found that people with anger management issues tend to get sick more often. Their anger actually weakens their immune system. The Journal of the National Medical Association added that people who respond negatively to anger are 9% more likely to have a heart attack. Hey, that might not sound like a lot, but come on, it's a heart attack. Every percentage point counts. Other studies have linked anger to everything from coronary disease to high blood pressure. Now that we all know that excessive angry outbursts are bad for you, we're going to teach you how to manage that anger in 4 simple steps. All you're going to need is that handy-dandy well-cast journal, a little bit of time, and a teeny bit of self-awareness. Step 1, control your breathing. When something pisses you off, instead of screaming or laying on the horn, take deep breaths. Spend 2 to 3 minutes breathing deeply, in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Imagine inhaling calm blue air and exhaling that red toxic air. Step 2, relax your muscles. Unclench your fists. Make a conscious effort to loosen those shoulders and slump a little. Great posture is awesome, but for now, let those muscles unwind. I promise it'll help. Step 3, get it out. Once you're relaxed and breathing deeply, grab your well-cast journal. If it's a road rage thing, obviously please pull over. But when you get a chance, write down exactly what made you angry. Step 4, seeking context. It's important to put your anger into context by thinking rationally instead of emotionally. Think about it. Are you going to be angry tomorrow? Probably. What about a week from now? Maybe. A month? Probably not. A year? I don't think you'll remember, but by examining your anger this way, you can displace yourself from it, and you'll be able to process your anger without letting it take over your life. Let's recap. You need to find a healthy way to process your anger, or else you could run into some really nasty health problems. Remember to relax and breathe evenly, and then work through your anger by writing it down and contextualizing it. We can't promise you won't get angry ever again, but hopefully with this, you found a way to deal with it a little bit better. Tweet us at Watch.
So that was that video. I do want to preface that something you can do if you're not really a journal taker is this something that I do actually is I do like a voice note journal. So it also makes it easier to kind of get your thoughts down in the moment, so that is something I did want to throw out there. But I think this video is very important, and to go along with this video, oops, hold on. There we go. Natalie's gonna take it from here on these 10 tips.
So like these are just 10 more tips to just help you further calm your anger if you know that video didn't help. So the first step, the first tip is think before you speak. This one's huge in my opinion, because in the heat of the moment, it's easy to say something you'll later regret. So be sure to take a few moments to collect your thoughts before saying anything, and also allow the other person to do the same. Number 2, once you're calm, then express your anger. So as soon as you're thinking clearly, express your frustration in an assertive but non-confrontational way. So state your concerns and needs clearly and directly without hurting others or trying to control them. Number 3, physical activity is always a decent outlet. It can help reduce stress that can cause you to become angry. So if you feel your anger escalating, go for a brisk walk or run, or spend some time doing other enjoyable physical activities. Number 4, take a time out. That's always good. 5, identify possible solutions. So instead of focusing on what made you mad, work on resolving the issue at hand. Number 7, don't hold a grudge. Uh, Obviously, it's usually never good to hold a grudge. Forgiveness is a very powerful tool. If you allow anger and other negative feelings to crowd out positive feelings, you might find yourself swallowed up by your own bitterness or sense of injustice. But if you can forgive someone who angered you, you might both learn from the situation and strengthen your relationship. Oh, I missed stick with I statements, didn't I? I'm so sorry. Stick with I statements. To avoid criticizing or placing blame, which might only increase tension, use I statements. So, for example, I'm upset that you left the table without offering to help me with the dishes instead of saying, you never do any housework. So number 8, sorry, I kind of jumped around there. Use humor to release tension. That always helps for me, typically.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I always have like videos ready.
Oh yeah, TikTok helps, honestly. But 9, practice relaxation skills. So kind of like what they were talking about in the video. So like when your temper flares, put relaxation skills to work, practice deep breathing, imagine a relaxing scene, or repeat a calming word or phrase such as take it easy. And then finally, number 10, know when to seek help. So learning to control your anger is a challenge for everyone at times. Seek help for anger issues if your anger seems out of control, causes you to do things you regret, or hurts those around you.
Yeah. And I think the big thing is that we're trying to say is like the anger itself is not the problem. It's learning what to do with that anger.
Sure.
Because it's not unhealthy to be angry. Of course, it's unhealthy when it, starts to impede your daily life, but it's not unhealthy to be angry. It's unhealthy when you release that anger in problematic ways. Like that whole
it's
like
how you,
kick the dog
it's how you
syndrome,
express
like
it,
you're
I mean,
displacing it or
for sure. Yeah.
Another thing that I just want to throw out there personally is having like not to shout out to last week, but if you have like fidget toys, if you're just like you are so angry that you need to move around but like you don't want to like start a fight or something, having one of those is actually pretty helpful, especially if it's something that's making you angry and you're like in a place where you can't let out that anger immediately and you don't want to like cause a scene. So having one of those things to be able to like squeezing the stress ball until it breaks,
Yeah.
having one of those things is also super helpful.
For sure. So key takeaways here. So anger is normal and automatic. Anger should be addressed, not repressed. Again, it's how you express it and respond to it. Anger is completely normal. Have patience and understanding with yourself and others. Know that you are not alone and know that healthy outlets do exist.
Definitely. So I feel like we've kind of talked about all of these points. But these are like the big ones. And that was it. We want to thank you guys for showing up. And we want to remind the people who are here and who are watching that CAPS counseling is free and confidential. So you can go anytime you want. None of your business will be known to anyone else but you and your therapist. And if you or someone you know wants to make an appointment with CAPS, I have stuck their email right here. And it is also on the UM-Dearborn website to set up a consultation with them. So we just wanted to throw that out there because we know a lot of folks have been dealing with things and CAPS is a really great resource. Can you send a link? I sure can. So let me stop the recording real quick. Thank you guys so much for coming and watching, and we will see you next week with the same exact link. So let me stop the recording here. And I think I stopped it. Hold on, let me stop sharing. Stop. Oh, I stopped.